So here we are out at the ranch. It's a beautiful morning. A little cold this morning. It was, I think, 35 degrees. Just doing some cleanup, and part of the cleanup is these big blocks of concrete. I don't want to sit here with a sledgehammer, so I'm going to drill them. I'm going to place some pre-made charges inside of them. These right here. And I am going to remotely detonate them with this here. You saw this, I showed you this earlier. And hopefully everything goes well. All right, let's get the drilling. All right, got the hole drilled. Thinking, I don't know, I was thinking about doing two. I'm gonna start with one, see what happens. You blow your hole out, get it nice and clean so your charge goes all the way to the bottom. Now on top of the charge, you gotta fill this hole so that it builds up pressure. I'm gonna do it with clay. And I'm just gonna pack it in there as tight as I can. Get all the air pockets out. All right, so that's what we have left. We got our hole filled, and we got two lead wires, which we're going to connect to the remote, and hopefully this thing will break in half, or at least parts of it. Well, hell's bells. All we got was a big cannon. The remote seems to be okay. The receiver. What this tells me is either the hole's not deep enough, or the powder is not strong enough. So, or we just need more holes. We need like 3 of these to go off at once. Okie dokie, Finoki. So my first hole I made kind of big, just so this would go down easy. But what I'm thinking here is, I see how much room there is. I didn't get the clay packed around that well. And if you got airspace in there, man, it's just not gonna work. So these other holes I just drilled, they are almost perfect. And I could put that down there, pack the clay on top. I'm gonna fire off 3 at one time. I'm gonna wire them all together and see what happens. Cross our fingers. All right. Okay, that one's bottomed out. That one's bottomed out. And that one's bottomed out. What I'm gonna do now is fill them up again with clay, pack them down, wire it up, and we should have, hopefully, we should have a rock broken. Okay. I've done this before with natural rocks, never with concrete. I'm thinking that might be an issue as well. no, concrete doesn't have any natural fracture lines like rocks do. But I drilled 3, packed them good and tight. And I think another thing I was missing is some back pressure from these rocks. So as the explosion goes off, it pushes the clay up, and what ends up happening is you just shot a clay cannonball. So I'm hoping with the rocks, the clay will come up, hit the rock, expand in the hole, and cause enough pressure to break it. And I'm really hoping I don't destroy my receiver. We'll get set up and try it again. Okay, I'm gonna arm it. I'm gonna move it back. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're armed. And my camera's kind of close. It's my cell phone, iPhone 7, and hopefully it doesn't get destroyed. Well, woohoo! Shits and giggles. God, that's fun. Let's see the damage here. I took it apart pretty good. Looks like my receiver fared well. That's always good. So that did the trick. Let's check out the rocks. You can see right here, that's where I drilled, and the charge was right here. One of them. You can see this was turned the other way, actually. Like, oh, hang on. Oh, all right. This is the top where I drilled, and this is the bottom here. And all this was clay in here. And it looks like the rock on top did the trick. It didn't blow out the top clay there. This one here, oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it blew this whole chunk out right here. Badass. All right. I should probably be able to break the rest of this with a couple hits of a sledgehammer. I'm not going to drill all those holes again, unless it's a big piece. Look at the size of this piece that came off. Ugh. Look at that. There's another drill hole. So I was about 3/4 of the way down. Actually, would have been better if I stayed halfway. It worked out this time. Cool.